All right, 37 through 41, 8-2. Okay. Soh Cah Toa. Soh Cah Toa. Okay, I just write it like that because it keeps it in my head, and I see that it's the opposite over hypotenuse. I see that it's adjacent over hypotenuse. I see that it's opposite over adjacent, and it just keeps it good. And if I say it every time I'm doing the next problem, right, or the next page, I turn the page, I write it at the top of my page. You'll memorize it in no time. Okay? So, we're looking for PQ. So take a color that you like. Purple. Mark it. Okay? I'm looking for that side. I have this angle. So that side is opposite of that angle. Okay? I have that side is opposite of that angle. So I need to use something with opposite in it. And I can use anything I want except I only have one other number. So I need to use that number also. So this is your right angle. So what does that make this side? Is that adjacent or is that hypotenuse?
What side?
The 11.
Oh, hypotenuse.
Yes. This is always hypotenuse. So I need opposite and I need hypotenuse. So what is that? Opposite and hypotenuse. What has opposite and hypotenuse in it? So. Say no more. Okay? So I'm using so. So I'm using sine of 19 degrees, right, is equal to opposite. I have no idea. I can use an O. I don't like to use O's at this point. It looks like a 0, right? So if I don't have the thing, I just go X. Unknown. For any unknown, I just use X. It's simple. You know, you can use whatever you want. Okay, lambda, phi, I don't care. Smiley face. But I use X. And then, so we have opposite over hypotenuse. So I've got my 11. So and then we just solve. Just solve it using algebra. So if we're dividing by 11, how do I fix that? What's the opposite of dividing by 11? Multiply. So that's all we're going to do. Change your color. Multiply it by 11 on both sides. What did I do to one side? I got to do to the other. Right? Okay. So I've got 11 sine 19 equals X. So this is my answer, but I need to plug it in my calculator just to make sure. So I do, in these calculators, it's really easy. 11 sine 19. Okay? And then hit equals. I got 3.58. 3.58. Good deal. So 3.58 equals X. That is the answer that you want to get. If you're using your phones. Okay? Am I recording?
Yeah.
Okay. If you're using your phones, Samsung or any of those Androids, okay? Most of those Androids, they're going to be like these calculators. You're going to go tangent. It's going to come up tangent, and then you're going to put in the number. If you're using Apple, it's all bullish notation, so it's all backwards. You got to go, you'll have to put in the 19 sine and then times 11. So you have to do everything backwards. Okay? All right? So you have to get in practice with this. By next year, when we're doing Algebra 2, I need you guys ready. You have to know how to do this. And for this EOC in June. Alright? Next problem. GH. Again, if I don't want to use purple again, I can use another color, red. GH. I'm going to highlight it. I also highlight the number I have. I look at the angle, and I see what they are. 11 is what? Opposite. And what is the side that I want? Hypotenuse. So again, we want O and H. So what has O and H in it?
So.
Say no more. All right, so again, I have sine of 34 degrees is equal to what? Opposite 11 over hypotenuse, which is this is the x. All right, this one's a little bit more tricky. Okay, I'm going to show you a trick. What do I say? Use what you know to figure out what you don't know. It works. It got me through college. I don't know how well. I use things that I know, right? I know that 2/4 is the exact same as 6/12, right? Those equal each other, right? All right? Flip them. 4 over 2, is that equal to 12 over 6? Yeah. Hey. So, that's legal. I'll do it like 3 times. Make sure it works every time. It's legal. I can just flip these things. So all I have to do is remember that this is over 1. And I just flip both sides. Okay, let me move this KL. I'm going to just flip both sides. So I got 1 over sine 34. Right? We've learned that earlier in the year. Okay? Equals x over 11. Now, how do I get rid of the 11? How do I get x by itself? Multiply. What do I do to one side? Do to the other. Now we've got 11 divided by sine 34 is equal to x. And I just plug that in my calculator. 11. Oops, that's 77. 11 divided by sine 34. 19.67. Check the answer in the back of the book. That's why I give you odds. 19.67. We're good to go. Okay? You guys need to make sure you are doing this. You have to come up with this number. If you're not coming up with it, talk to me. It could be because it's in gradients. It could be in radians. Maybe you're just plugging it in wrong. Okay? So we have to talk. Make sure it's in degrees. Okay? Alright, the last problem. They want KL. Use a different color. Green? Alright. KL. That's this guy right here. The guy I have right here. And I'm going from this angle. So, I'm looking at this and this. So what do I have? 61 and 9.5. Is that opposite? Is that adjacent? Is that hypotenuse? That's a good guess. But remember, hypotenuse, yeah, if you didn't see it, there's a hypotenuse, the right angle's there. So that's going to be your height. So this has to be opposite. Good. So what does that make this? Adjacent. There you are. Okay? So, I have O and A. Which one of the Soh Cah Toas have O and A? O and A. Toa. Okay? And so then I say tangent of 61 degrees is equal to the opposite, which is perfect, over, what's the adjacent? X. Yeah. We don't know. Unknown. Anything. X. Again, this is one of those funky ones. So what do? X on the bottom. Yeah. Now, there's another way to do this. We did it last chapter, right? A lot of you like this other way. So I might as well show you. You know? I'm all about making sure you know every way possible. I don't like this way because to me it takes up more time. But whatever. Okay? So what we're doing is cross multiply, right? Remember that? These are two fractions. on equal side, on both sides of the equal sign, cross multiply. So I got x tangent 61 is equal to 9.5 times 1, which is 9.5. Okay? Then what? How do I get x alone? Divide by tangent 61. Right? And then I just plug that into my calculator. 9.5 divided by tangent 61. 5.26. 5.27. Why did you come up with 5.27 and I came up with 5.26? 5.265. What's happening?
Round up.
Yes. Remember, if this is a 5 or more, I gotta round up. 5.27. There it is. Okay? Alright, so that's it. I think we're out at 36.
43.